Rising People's Party bra aji press conference ekta Hotel Emerald Inn conference room de dishe in regard with Dimapur district GP union bra jundu RPP laga president Joel Naga tai laga contradictory comments ekta dishe guna idu laga opor de show cause notice 14 days dishe takan bra ta explanation dishe takan idu dia do takan eku respond nokoribo holibe takan bra idu Dimapur district GP union kan ke eku bia kota kwa nai RPP la president bako taila opinion share kura laga ase holibi dangor kotha do Abdul Kayum Talukdar laga issue ase Naga manu kan suku khulibo lage tadi stick kurigina non indigenous kini ona GP kure ase etu to naparibo lage GP kurishi gule indigenous manuhi kuribo lage kona RPP kan bra claim kurishe aro RPP bra dangor kholasa ekta kurishe ki inikai jai dagile nohobo etu bra takan joldi DC office de RTI lagabo aro statistical office tv takan RTI lagabo TMC tv lagabo aro TTO office tv takan RTI lagai kina check kuribo for the past 10 years piche laga itu ekta tangor kholasa ekta paise aro RPP kan bra koise ki jindo Dimapur district GP union kan bra takan samon kurina ase show cause notice dina ase takan tadi najabo holibi takan bra khali address kurise ki naga manu kan ke suku khulebi time pungchi jaise itia jundu non indigenous manu kan appoint kurigina rakhigina ase SGP etu kan phelabo lage itia jundu non indigenous GP kan appoint kurina rakhina ase Abdul Kayum Talukdar etu revoke kuribo lage aro takan etu laga opor de government ge blame kurise etu government laga galti ase kona takan koise aro amikan etu laga opor de bi amikan jundu RPP kan bra crowdfunding 2022 de etu Foothill Road laga opor de takan donation contribute kurise takan laga target thakise 10 crore aro allocations bi thakise ki transparency nai holibi takan RPP laga senior vice president ba kose takan around 2 lakhs nishina collect kurise aro jindu agency thakise agency kan ge 4% di dishe aro around 1,96,000 something rakhi kina thakise aro takan paper dibi already publish kurise full transparency di ki public kan ki ki kam kuribo holibi kon brabi response dia nai kuse press conference takan response dia do paisa rakhi kina ase intake ase olio Foothill Road kitia khotom korna complete kurbo takan itu laga opor de project phal ekta wedding sheet ekta holibi bunai dibo laga plan ase kona ami kan huni paise to aibi itu press conference laga opor de takan ki koi ase ami kan itu detail sai sabo.
Today we have called this press conference regarding Talukdar issue as well as the show cause notice, the so-called show cause notice given by the GP Union Dimapur. Let me continue in Nagamis. Ite duita issue ase very crucial. Ekta issue ase Talukdar issue, GP of New Market. Aro ekta issue ase eto show cause notice dia laga. To ito issue duita tu mohan aji clarify kurun ja ase tate moi first directly issue na hage de moi aro ekta to the points moi ko mun ja ase moi khan naga manu khan British na hage de even before India got independence and before statehood British kan Assam bra aigina Naga Hills te 19th century de ahatam de ki huise they identified khel leaders and village chiefs aro itu khel leaders or village chiefs kan ge ta khan GB la title dishe and till today the GBs are the custodians of Naga customary law and tradition ite tak itu kurina aya ase. The GBs were kings in those days. After statehood, Village Council Act came into being, and what happened was, itu Village Council kangi empower kurishe, aro the GBs in the villages are part of the Village Council, and therefore, Village Council again they have certain powers. For example, petty cases like theft. Inigate, Village Councils are empowered to take fine, levy fine, or even expel the thief from the village. Itu system to ite bi chuli ase de according to Naga customary law. তো এতিয়া টাউন দে কি হৈ আছে টাউন ইজ নট দ্য ভিলেজ টাউন দে পুলিচ আছে এডমিনিষ্ট্ৰেশ্যন আছে DC আছে টাউন দে municipal bodies আছে sanitation চাই আছে so I'll just give the example let it the example of the village thief যদি একটা কলোনিতে একটা চোরকে ধরিছে বলি তো নাগা কাস্টমারি ল তারে অ্যাপ্লিকেবল নাই তো it's the police who will catch the thief and it's the courts who will sentence the thief whether to be jailed or to be fined so that customary law is not applicable in the town area or urban area it was in this context when I gave an interview to a media house some few days back itulo context moi kothao koi dakichi to mola personal opinion town te to na thakile bhal hobo urban areas te itu aro holibi moi again I said it's open to debate naga manuhan debate kori sabi na it's just a personal opinion itu debate kori sabi aro bhal holi lubi bhal nolubi that's the whole idea we are living in a democratic country we are not living in communist China and therefore I also gave my opinion as a citizen of this state or this country and as a Naga because the issue is not about RPP this is a Naga issue so mola opinion ekta dishe aro moi GPs khan aro civil society organizations khan gibi kwa to debate kuri sabi to tate moi eku goldi kurishino kwa na etu Naga manuhan jane de mola interview de I did not defame the GBs moi tahange bia kotha kwa nai debate kuri sabi kwa la kotha ase to then all of a sudden in the print media in the visual media show cause notice 14 days deadline itolo kotha ai ase to moi as a RPE president or as a party moi GB Union Dimapur khan ke moi ko mun ja do why did the issue get diverted kile issue divert korise the issue is about Mr. Talukdar who is apparently a non-indigenous person looking after Naga customary laws and tradition. GB Union Dimapur Laga President Mr. Hokuto tala interview ta nishe kushido Talukdar is a non-indigenous person. The issue is not about me, Joel Naga RPA President. Itia to mohan Naga majode jagara gore ase to itia. And the issue is getting lost. At a time when all the Nagas should be united as one, irrespective of political affiliations. Mohan sob ekta milap kurina Talukdar issue dekina tackle kuru bole inega time de GB Union issuing show cause notice holibi 14 days deadline holibi inega de time de mohala unity to break korishi to so who is going to take responsible for that who is going to be responsible for that GB Union is squarely responsible for that itia Talukdar kotha de taigi to koi di agere moi kwa nisina GB Union Dimapur ba koise tana president bra idu manu to non indigenous ase to non indigenous ase gole to tana union la membership olai dibi na to first second point show cause notice dibi na taige show cause notice digina give a representation to a district administration that Talukdar is a non-indigenous person and he cannot be the GP of New Market. GP Union ha itu kurishno kora nai. Itu nukuri gina instead muige show cause notice de ase. Itu kila matlab ase. Is this the way to debate issues? Is this the way to have discourses? Again, this issue is now harai jaise dia. To mohambi question kuru paru to. To iniga ase boli to GB Union to Talukdar ke protect kore ase mohambi question kuru paru to যদি এইটো কোয়েশ্চন সব মহান ভাবনা করেছে বলি তো for having diluted the Talukdar issue, then Mohambi go paredo. GB Union Dimapur should apologize to the Naga people. Mohambi go paredo ito to. Holibi, as a political party, as a serious political party, we don't want to engage in all those games. We want to tackle the real issue. Ito ekta. Aro, secondly, again, my coalition, it was an opinion. Ito opinion there, it had debate bishi chuli ase. Ito GP ek Dimapur town there, for example, ekta colony the Rengma GP ase. All the Naga tribes, their customary laws are different. There is no codified Naga customary law. Sub tribe different customary law আছে দেই তো এইটো ৰেংমা জিবি একটা কলনি তার customary law applicable হ'ব as it is customary law is not applicable but hypothetical situation যদি হইছে গলিবি where all the different tribes are living 15 Naga tribes they are different communities একটা tribe la customary law এইটো কলনি applicable হ'ব practical নহয় তো. And so this is the reason why, and based on these reasons, I say, it's my opinion that there should be no GBs in Dimapur town or urban areas. Ito Naga manuge ito clarify guru munja asde. Moigan kung lugodiri jagara gurabi nohe. Holibi clarify nidishe gulito, there will be much confusion. And we don't want this confusion to prolong. And this is the reason why we have called this press conference. Ite ekta. Mui khan laga Nagaland de, mui bar mula press conference, mula interviews to be kudishe. Nagaland is facing the threat of illegal immigration. To ekjun manu Talukdar nishna tai kiman residential proof certificates issue kuriye thakibo thousands upon thousands idu residential proof certificate loi kina apni driving license pabo trade license pabo apni aadhar card pabo apni bank account khulibo paribo apni la indigenous apni la ST kan so pai jabo aru itu documentation to apni paishe guli to you are already an Indian citizen. This is the reason why Nagaland system checks and balances naito. I'm not only to blame the GPs. The district administration is equally culpable for issuing certificates to people of doubtful ancestry. Tai kut pra aise na asane, ta outsider ase. Bahar manu ase. Holibi SDO civil or ESC to aina colony check rule hoy to. Colony to GP kamar check kurbo to. They are authorized, they are empowered. To iniga time de so manu man IBI koy. Holi so manu hate documents asu to. They even have Indian passport because of those documents of those residential certificates. तो IBI को तो धुरुबो तो आरो इतु तो खाली तालुकदार एकला नहोबो महला GB खान स्पेशली टाउन दे थागा खान कि ताहान भी they are equally culpable and not only them even the district administration properly verified nukuria kora kiman ase 2015-16 de Assam de NRC registration kora dam de Assam government Nagaland laga birth certificate issue kura hundreds if not thousands Nagaland pathaise to etu hongi verify kuribi again these are doubtful holibi etu issue harai ase there are 3 districts in Assam where the Dimapur district administration does not accept any documents from those districts Karimgam shibe ekta ase de দুইটা ডিস্ট্রিক্ট মই ভাউৰিছে ডিমোৰ ডিস্ট্রিক্ট এডমিনিষ্ট্ৰেশ্যন একসেপ্ট নকৰি ডকুমেণ্টছ ইটো এৰিয়া লাগা ইটো ডিস্ট্রিক্টখন লাগা তো ইস্যুটো মান ডাঙৰ আছে তো so based on those facts and figures I said ito opinion ito GB in urban area to nathakile bhalo hone ki koi na ito ko ase to so let the rest of my colleagues take over
in the first place GB association kanto union kanto show cause notice laga meaning to na jane gine show cause notice ko aise bola moi kanto takhan laga employee no hoy show cause notice to employer ba he employee ke show cause notice kore do to kotha koribo gole to kotha korile bal asile publicize kore dise public kore dise agete koan disna mohan laga president tai personal opinion share korobole bi if we have to take the permission organization association union khan laga permission loi kena he opinion share koribo lage koile to ami khan kote jabo ami khan kun kinaga agere jabo itu kone show cause notice dia laga to ele to ami khan kagos bi pa nai there is no written show cause notice served to us ami khan kagos bi pai nai social media aru print media para ula laga hi ase itu kone ami khan to itu to we take it as a non issue bolibi itia koa nisna ekjon personal opinion share koria to itu bi permission lobo lagibo aru itu bi condemn koribo itu ki bi pura dabai dibo gole to dictator to no hoi do we are not living in a country like a south like Korea North Korea it is a democratic country itu gone ami kan lago opinion share koria to le to accept korile bi na korile bi debate koribi koi kina koa laga kotha ase de itu gone ekjon bara opinion share koria to it should not be diverted aru itu misinterpret na koribo lage
itia mona president aru VP bara koa nisna personal opinion ekta share kora bara inika show cause notice dia to it is very unbecoming aru ami jodi aji laga press conference te moi bi moi laga personal opinion ekta share korise itia Nagaland government to thik nai hoise edu bara Naga public kan RPP kan ke elect kori kine government te bohai dibi titia Nagaland to bhal hobo koi kine ami moi laga personal opinion edu apni anla samne de share korise koi kine kali government bara muke show cause notice dibo na dibo hola edu bara ami kan laga majode enika jagara kori kine bahar manu ke mohan ke sai kine hasi di kine tali mari thaka bara do ami kan মিলিব লাগে মিলি কিনে আমি খান কিনিয়া করিলে হয় কোন হলিবি আমি খান এসে পলিটিক্যাল পার্টি হলিবি অর জিবিস খান হলিবি আমি খান এল্ডার্স খান লিডার্স খান হলিবি সোসাইটি নিমিতে কনসার্ন থাকা পড়া আমি খান লাগা স্টেট কারণে আমি খান লাগা মাটি কারণে মরম থাকা পড়া কোন হলিবি আহি কিনে কাম কৰি আছে ইটো কারণে আমি খান মিলি কিনে কাম কৰিছে বলে কিমান সুন্দর হবো কিমান ভাল হবো
আগের কোন দিছনা we are playing with facts and figures aro ekjon ejuken trading gurubo laga kotha bi noy itia what the RPP will do is will file RTIs mon RTI mara shuru ho jao dai we will file RTI with the DC office with the statistical office that births and death records of tate ase moi khan DDO district transfer office te mohan RTI lagabo moi khan DMC the RTI lagabo RTI lagai kina in the last 10 years for example kiman residential certificate issue kuri kina ase from Dimapur town and based on residential certificates kiman birth certificate issue kurise outsider manu khan ge trade license outsider khan ge driver license outsider khan ge idu furnish kuribi kono mohan idu kora shuru ho jabo de for too long Nagas have been talking. Aro itia ekta Talukdar'S issue de mohange attack kora shuru hoise. Naga majode jagara kora shuru hoise. It's so embarrassing. E sorom bi aso. To jodi thik ase mon milap korina kaam kurubo koina bhal korina jabo de. Pichelo kotha to nugubi how do we move forward Nagas khan itu log kotha kwa dam de embarrassing situation a piche to are thik ase to anybody can file any RTI to moi khan be thik ase we'll start doing it dudh ka dudh pani ka pani etu tate beya kotha eku nai that's the truth we'll play with facts and figures and we'll come out with the findings aro moi last ekta kotha ko mun jado mole interview moi koise last time this illegal immigration issue is a time bomb aro etu naga la issue as it's just that RPP as a political party we are bringing up this issue to the public domain once again etu issue to naga sob stakeholder ase to every organization every tribal body every political party we are all stakeholders here this is not an RPP issue etu karne moi khan naga manuan sob milap kurina etu issue luina jabo lage luina ekta appeal kore ase especially the youth organizations can they should be spearheading we are not saying we are spearheading kun spearhead kurine jabo as a naga will also follow them holbi ite tak issue to public domain de man ahanai mohani first we raise the issue it doesn't be the will spearhead holbi naga khan ek par milap kurina jama kurina kuri sabai habina for a future generation.
Sir, my first question is GP Association, Dimapur District GP Association, Rajundo President RPP join Naga ke show cause notice dishe. तो इतो लगा ऊपर अपने खान show cause notice दिया तो respond करना न पड़ेगा.
Show cause notice तो निजुल organization के ही दियो पड़े तो. I can give a show cause notice to my vice president, for example, as to why action should not be taken against him for anti-party activities. Muito gambaran hoido. And therefore, the term show cause notice, it's technically invalid, number one. Number two, I have raised an opinion and I am not answerable to anybody from opinion. Any individual is not answerable to anybody for an opinion raised. If I have defamed the GBs or if my words have brought about communal disharmony, then I can be taken to the court, I can be arrested, FIR can be filed against me. And so the question of going to the GB does not arise.
Sir, next question though, Abdul Kayum Talukdar laga appointment napode, apni kan RPP bra media ekta debi kuda bra apni dikise. Bole bhi to side sir, 1996 21st May bra appointment shuru hua ase. First to Indrajit Sati, tai Hindu Samaj bra, Shri Furkanuddin, tai Muslim Samaj Muslim community bra, aro Shri Let V Nihoto Sema. Aro sir jo issue brado Deputy Commissioner Office Dimapur by issue kurna ase. To sir Abdul Kayum Talukdar do tai hoya ase, tai loga documents sob ase. Will be sile appointment order to sile since 1996. So ito laga upode kali Abdul Kayum Talukdar laga issue de apni kan RPP ba hoya ase na Indrajit Sati bhi involved ase. So 1996 laga issues ki bhi ki hoya RPP.
So it goes back to Naga customary law to answer that question. Naga customary, only a Naga GB can be a custodian of Naga customary law and tradition. How can a non-Naga be can be a custodian of Naga customary law and tradition? Question that I know. Ito government la loophole, government la goldi pra ito iniga chuli asa to tamasha idea. So, we are not against the GB Union Dimapur per se. Holebi debate kurubo lage go to mo itu point di ko ase to. To urban area de tahange olai debi hatai debi dismiss kuri debi la kotha nohi to. Holebi GB nam no cholai gina দুসাৰ কিবা নাম একটা চলাব পাৰো না পাৰিব কথা তাহান ৰেড কোড লাগায় টাউন দিবি আৰু ৰেড কোডটো অৰিজিনেলি ইস্যু টু ভিলেজ জিপিছ এতিয়া টাউন দি লাগায় তো it signifies that he is a custodian of Naga customary law and tradition. Whereas again, we explain Gurnichina, down there is not applicable. So these are issues which we should be debating and having discourse upon. So Nagaland government ki kura ase tate? Nagaland government should speak out, should give out proper guidelines. So all these anomalies which you have raised, it can be settled within no time. Holby to settle Roman nai, aro Jamila Chulu diasudo. Our state government is also at fault. GB in Dimapur, they are no longer custodians of Naga customary law and tradition, but they are carrying out the administrative task of the district administration. So, term GB to nimilito. So, itu karni naam ki ba ekta dusra bodli kuri kina cholo pare guli to itu to alag kotha that we can ponder upon. Holibi the blanket term GB koi kina Naga manu ki bi dibo, non Naga ki bi dibo, ta indigenous hu bi no bi. Ina hoishi guli to we are confusing so many issues together. So itu ekbar ponder koribo lage Naga manu khan itu mohan koi itu koi ase.
Sir, Muslim Council Dimapur ba koi ase ki Abdul Kayum Talukdar to helai dibi, revoke kori dibi. Muslim Council Dimapur ba naam ekta dibo, itu appoint kori dibi guna tahan lo appeal kori ase government. RBP ba ki koi ta?
Tate tahan bi tahan lo opinion ase, we respect the opinion. Hole bi mohan bhabna ekta to itu GB Union la president ba koi kina ase interview de agi de koni china that Mr. Talukdar is a non-indigenous type koi kina ase, which means tai talab sidde tai buhu na paru, and the district administration should take immediate action. Number one, aro tai hata pichi de as long as Dimapur GB khan Dimapur de urban area de as long as the term GB is applicable, only a Naga can be appointed in new market. Judi naam change kor dishe aro tai tangla naam do tangla title GB no hoy dusra ki ekta naam ase guli to itu ala kotha holo as long as the term GB is applicable, only a Naga should be appointed in new market.
So in short, sir, RPP la stand to RPP to as na ki Abdul Kayum Talukdar to revoke koro lage aro non indigenous ekta bi GB appoint koro na urban de appoint koro.
Mohalla stand clear ase ki, for example, Marwari Khan, they have been settled in Nagaland or specifically Dimapur, some, not all, since the 19th century. If you look at the electoral roll of 1963 or the census of 1961, around 500, 600 Muslim names will be there. And we call them indigenous because they have been settled here prior to the formation of statehood. Ito on the indigenous ase. Aro, based on that criteria, Marwari Khangi by point Kurin Asura as GB. Based on that criteria, new market TV poila appoint Kurishola, Muslim Manuhange. So we are not against that. Holibi mui kumun jadu muhan mohala stand to. But even though they are non-indigenous, they cannot be custodians of Naga customary law and tradition. The term GP which is conferred to these individuals is inappropriate. And therefore, dusar naam ekta chulai bina. Dusar naam ekta chulai shigulu to, idu issue settled wishido. But whatever the case may be, non-indigenous people cannot be appointed as GP or by any other name.
So ekta media was the kushike RPP kan ba jindo 2022 de 4th year road la opore crowdfunding kurise idu misuse kore ase. তো RPP পৰা এইটো ক্ৰাউড ফান্ডিং পৰা তো কিমান কালেক্ট কৰিছে লৈ আজি তাক এইটো লগা ট্ৰান্সপাৰেন্সি মধ্যে কিনেকা চলাইছে অলপ কৈ দিব
কোনবা মানুহটো এতিয়া বি RPP টো অৰ্গেনাইজেশ্যন না সোশ্যাল এক্টিভিষ্ট না কি আছে এনেকা এতিয়া বি সুধি আছে বাট বুজিবি RPP is a registered political party under ECI American politically registered party ekta ase de edu gone confuse na khabi regarding Foothill Road moi khan kile Foothill Road laga fund crowd funding kurise kole do moi khan Nagaland tour kurise do theng bara biraise do moi khan aru moi khan Newland punchibole Foothill Road para moi khan paidal kuri kina ahise do moi khan dikhise Foothill Road to আমি খান লাগা গভর্নমেন্ট বাৰটো কয় জিপেবল আছে মটৰেবল আছে কৈছে মই খান ৱক কৰি কিনে আহি কিনে মই খান গভর্নমেন্টকে চ্যালেঞ্জ কৰিছে চিফ মিনিষ্টাৰ বাৰ লৈ কিনে আপনি গাড়ী ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিবি মই খান তুই লাগা পিছে ঘূৰিব ইফ ইট ইজ জিপেবল ৰাস্তা নাই ৰোড কাটিং কৰি নাই কোনবা জাগাতে দুইজন বি যাব নাপাৰে একি লগতে কি লাগা জিপেবল ৰোড আছিল that's why আমি খান ডিসাইড কৰিছে that we have to do some crowdfunding to help this Foothill Road construction আমি খান ইটো হিসাব পৰা মই খান crowdfunding start কৰিছে 100 days তে আমি খান 10 crores উঠাবলৈ লাগা মই খান program থাকিছে and we appealed to the Nagas আৰু India মানুহ country তে থাকা খান কি appeal কৰিছে and very surprisingly ইয়াতে Foothill Road তে ডোনেট কৰিয়া ম্যাক্সিমাম দু বাহাৰ মানুহে থাকিছে দে এটো নাগা বন্ধু চৰম পাই না নাই আৰু আমি খান ক্ৰাউড ফান্ডিং কৰি কিনে ট্ৰান্সপাৰেন্সি নাই কোৱা লাগা কোৱা মানুহ খান তাই ডোনেট কৰিছে না নাই তাই নিজে জানিব দিব লাগে জানিব লাগে মই খান ক্ৰাউড ফান্ডিং কৰি কিনে we collected 2,08,100 rupees 2,08,100 rupees আৰু তাতে crowdfunding laga agency মিলা para 4% service charge লৈছে out of that there is now 1,96,638.40 paisa in our hand মই খান ইটো পইচা লৈ কিনে PWD department লগতে যাইছে we went to submit the money কিমান পাইছে ইটো আমি খান সাবমিট কৰিব যাইছে ডিপাৰ্টমেন্ট কৈছে আমি খান ইটো লব না পাৰে একাউন্ট হেড নাই ইটো গনে আমি খান वापस আহি কিনে we published it in the news in the print media 5th July 2022 de moi khan RPP party bara RPP 6 public opinion on utilization of crowd sourced fund koi kina moi khan print media de publish korise de aro news media de ekta news media de koise transparency nai ami khan publish kori kina ase to in 2022 5th July de itu paisa to ki koribo আমি খান হাতে আছে অপিনিয়ন শেয়ার কৰিবি না ইটো ফান্ড হইলে তো আমি খান লবলে নহয় Foothill Road কোনে আছে গভর্নমেন্ট পৰা নলয় ইটো কোনে কি কৰিব কই কিনে আমি খান অপিনিয়ন খুদিছে ইমেইল দিছে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ নম্বৰ দুইটা দিছে till today we have not received any opinion from any Naga আৰু ইটো মই খান ট্ৰান্সপাৰেন্সি নাই কৈ আছে মই খান পেপাৰতে পাবলিশ কৰিছে পুরিয়ান না পুরিয়া মানু পুরিয়া নাই কইলে তো আই পুরিয়া নাই দেখা নাই এটা এটা কব লাগে ইনস্টেড প্রিন্ট মিডিয়াতে পাবলিশ কৰি দিয়া পিছে দেবি মই খান ইটো পইচা খাই লোৱা নিচিনা ট্ৰান্সপাৰেন্সি নাই একদম ইটো অপৰচুনিষ্ট খান আছে কেমেলিয়ন খান আছে ইটো কোৱাটো ইট ইজ আনবিকামিং অফ এ লিডাৰ ইটো তো আমি খান বেছি মন বেয়া পাইছে ইটো চৰম কথা বি আছে let us learn to behave আমি খান একজন দিয়া ৰেসপেক্ট কৰিব লাগে behave কৰি কিনে ট্ৰাই কৰিব লাগে আমি খান ক্ৰাউড ফান্ডিং কৰিয়া লাগা পইচাটো এতিয়া বি মোখান লগতে আছে and we are still open to opinion আমি খান 2022 the opinion DB koi kine koa tu aji bi rukhi ase to, and we also have a plan. Jodi nakure gole to rasta tu ply korea suru hoise gole to ki kuribo koa tu ami khan bi we have a second plan to utilize the money.
Itu crowdfunding de manu kunba do tahan laga feedback to alag alag thakise kunba guise it was a flop poisa collect kurule para nai target to 10 crore thakise holibi itu hisabte ja nai nega bi kwa bi hunise holibi mugan kobo ki itu mugan laga sabse bishi dangor achievement thakise mugan laga target to 10 crore thakise hoilebi আমি গান ক্রাউড ফান্ডিং তো শুরু কৰিব গৈ কিনে এনাউন্স কৰা লগতে ষ্টেট গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট দে কেম ফৰৱাৰ্ড তাহান কৈছে 20 crore দিব আৰু ফুট হিল ৰোড তো খতম কৰি দিব গৈ কিনে কৈছে দিছিনা দিয়া নাই এইটো তো আমি গান নাজানে এইটো গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট জানিব ফুট হিল ৰোড কমিটি জানিব তাহানকে সুধিলে ভাল হ'ব হলিবি মই আৰু ৰিপিট কৰি আছে আমি গান ইটো এনাউন্স কৰা লগতে 20 CR কমিটমেণ্ট তো গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট লা সাইড পৰা আহিছে মই না টাৰ্গেট তো 10 CR এ থাকিছে এইটো একবাৰ আৰু ৰিমাইণ্ড কৰি আছে
So, sir, in regard to that, yeah, senior VP will appreciate clearly, will be government brother donations to Hokuto that we all know, and that is why Abambra 30 plus lakhs government के foot road का ऑपरेट किया भी government of us ये क्या consultation. So now that 1,96,000 approximate some amount is in the hands of RTP. So अपन का foot hill road coordination committee जो तो civil society bodies perform करने ताकि कि डिबोली लगा को पाबना नहीं
See, itu paisa to bishi hoi kine cholai kine ekta kam koribo paria laga jinis bi noha hoise to itu komti pa to RPP kan to sorom nohoy naga manuhe sorom ase de 1,96,000 something pa to naga manu kiman jon contribute korise maximum ek jon bara contribute koria aro church ekta bara koria 10,000 contribute koria 10,000 contribute koria bi ase ek jon to 2 taka bi dise we respect that also aro itia moi kan 1,96,000 to foot hill committee kan ke dile bi tai kan loi kine bi dangor kam bi kuribo na pari bola hoile bi moi kan laga bapna de rasta to pal para shuru hoi kine pliable hoise gole to ekta waiting shed hoile bi no hoile bi public toilet ekta hoile bi bal bara ekta banai dibo inaga laga moi kan laga plan ase so we feel that this amount is too meager to give it to the foot hill road committee also itu gode moi kan party kan bi babi ase kinaga alu generate kori kine so that we can usefully utilize the little amount that we have crowd funded itu laga bhavna de ase
Chalo, thank you so much.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
once
Thank you so
again,
much.
yeah.